Uh, so post game conference. Let's hear your thoughts.
Uh, we just didn't show up, you know. We didn't show up to play. We didn't show up to get stops. We knew Fluff coming into the game, Heisman, of course. We knew Fluff coming into the game that we would have to stop him, and we showed no signs of slowing him down. And even if we saw a smirk of it, um, it was gonna be a throw after throw. That was just heartbreaker after heartbreaker. But uh, do I think my guy should have won it? Yes. Do I think I'm the best team in the league? Yes. The ball just didn't roll our way, and just just so happens it rolled Nebraska's way. So I am mad
So
at the guys. I'm proud of them.
so correct me if I'm wrong. Mendoza throughout the year threw for over 300 yards a game, if not four. And in this game, he had 15 attempts for 5 completions and 61 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Why did you change up the game plan coming into the national championship? And what could you have done differently to maybe stick to the original game plan?
So I would have to say that yes, Mendoza is as good as he is. LeBron Bond, you know, he's runner-up Heisman, should have been Heisman, but I mean, again, the ball didn't roll our way. But I think our sneaker was BB. Honestly, I've been talking about him with last couple of weeks. I think BB was good. If I kept him healthy, he would be great. And you know, yeah, we got greedy, right? BB's trying to drive it up. He's giving 5 or 6 yards, 5 or 6 yards, not making a huge plays, but at least working us down the field. Every time we ran 3 or 4 plays, maybe five running, we thought passing the ball would be better, um, just to catch him off guard, maybe, and all that. That didn't happen. They stayed disciplined. They were tight on defense. Um, I don't see um, I don't see anyone else having better chance of beating Nebraska than the or my Indiana Hoosiers. I think the boys competed. Um, they just weren't awake, and I think 9 times out of 10, or uh, three, so 7 out of 10 times we beat this Nebraska team. So
So, Coach Steven, you talked about LeBron Bond being second in the Heisman race. This game, he had no receptions, no yards, and no targets either. That's kind of a poor strategy coming from a sports analyst, wouldn't you think? If he was one of the top Heisman candidates, you would have found a way to get the ball in his hands. And we repeatedly saw in this game that you did not even attempt to get him the ball. So what was the thoughts on that?
so listen, um, we wanted to give them the ball, right?
Rennie?
We can't force the ball, right? Yes, Mendoza has 2 interceptions, but it's not like we're trying to force the ball somewhere.
Rennie,
Okay, yes, he's my best receiver.
what are you doing?
Yes, he's big. Okay, but listen, I got veteran guys over here that's been here before. That's been to the playoffs. They've been to the national. They've done what it takes to win the national championship. And I'm not saying I don't have faith in LeBron Bond. But listen, Nebraska going in here knew, hey, LeBron Bond, that was their big name on the list, right? Control LeBron, and you'll probably win this football game. And we had to try and adjust and figure out how we could win this football game without LeBron Bond. Now, if he was open and Mendoza saw it, he would have thrown it. It wasn't a strategy to go away from him. It was just how it all happened. And I mean, Mendoza didn't even have that many passing yards to begin with. So it's not like there was it's not like there was a bunch to go around. I do agree we should have targeted him more. But the only issue we have is his height. He's fast, but not short. So we try to run him off slants a lot, so he can outrun the. But if it's a deep ball, I mean, he could try to outrun him, and sometimes he does. But 9 times out of 10, it's a 50-50 ball, and you both have to go up in the air and grab it. So we just try to kind of justify LeBron's ability, and then we try to use that as a decoy for all these other guys to get open.
Coach, I want to talk about a few team stats that we saw that were eye-popping. So Indiana had 10 first downs, Nebraska had 35. Total offense, Indiana 184, Nebraska 471.
Huh?
Indiana total plays 35, Nebraska 70. Yards per play for Indiana 5.3, Nebraska 6.7. Rushing yards for Indiana 123, Nebraska 166, and 3 touchdowns. So, and Raiola went 32 for 37 with 3 touchdowns. He averaged 8.2 yards per pass. Indiana only had 4.1. He had 305 yards passing. Indiana had 61. Nebraska was 9 for 11, 81% on third down conversions. Indiana was
So what's the question? What's the question? I'm sorry. What's the question here?
0 for 4 on third down conversions, and 1 for 4, only 25% when it came to fourth down conversions. So looking at the stats, it looks like, you talked about having veteran guys that have been here before. You talked about, guys that you may have looked to other than LeBron. It looks like overall you just got dominated on the offensive side of the ball, and really the defensive side of the ball too, because you did have 2 turnovers to
You're
their
attacking
1.
my guys. You're attacking our guys.
But
they're just kids out here.
The total yards were double. You had 235 total. Nebraska had 471.
What's the question?
So what was the game plan coming in? I mean, if
The
this
game plan was to win.
If the game
Just
plan
didn't
was to
happen, man.
win, you guys got dominated from the very jump. I mean, time of possession,
Security.
6:28 for IU and 21:32
Come
for
on, man.
Nebraska.
Come on, man.
Like,
Come on, man.
Coach, did you really feel like that game plan was built to succeed here?
Come on, man. Hey, we went in here, right? Gosh darn it. We came in here, all right, as one of the bottom seeds, okay? We're the lowest seed in this playoff. One of the lowest seeds, right? Okay? We came out, right? And then we played, what was that team? Arizona State, no. Ohio State, right? Ohio State. Great team. Ryan Day, great guy. He's coaching this championship team, right? We came out here and we beat them, okay? Then we played Arizona State, right? Another great team. Great defending, right? And then we went back and beat Notre Dame, a 96 overall team, okay? And we get to the national championship, and the boys are tired. They're sluggish. We try to battle through, okay? I don't like you disrespecting my guys because they weren't up for the challenge, because they were. Okay, you don't go after these kids. Okay, I'm a man. I'm 40. You talk to me that way. I'm a man. I'm 40. right? You don't talk to these kids that way. Okay, it's a dang shame. Um, like Mendoza, senior year, he's leaving the nest. It's a dang shame we didn't get done their senior year, and I apologize to them and their family. We could have had a better game plan going. All right, I'm no fool. I saw it go down. We could have had a better game plan going through, and we'll just stack up. Look at the recruits. We have a great recruiting class right now. And just build and get ready for next year. I mean, the same goals apply. National championships, baby. And now we got a chip on our shoulder. Nebraska took it from us. Now we want it back. Go Hoosiers.
Coach, I just want to say when I started talking about that, I specifically asked the question about the game plan. I never said anything about the kids. The kids showed up time and time again this season and proved what they were worth. But we have to question the game plan of the coaching. Because we saw a lot of things that were out of character. Some of the things that we talked about were LeBron Bond not having a single reception, Mendoza not even getting 100 yards passing. Great kids, right? So we were really taking a step back and questioning what your coaching strategy coming in, because it looks like you took the game plans that you had in the first 3 games of the playoffs, threw them in the dumpster, and tried to come out with something different. You played Nebraska in the Big Ten championship and got beat by 2. Earlier in the season, you played them and they hung 70 on you. So we saw an improvement from the regular season to the Big Ten title, and then we saw a major step back when it came to the playoffs. So again, we weren't attacking the kids with our questions. We're asking, why was the game plan so much different than what it's been before? Because I know if we go back and look, even throughout the playoffs, Mendoza was well over 200 yards against Nebraska the first 2 meetings. So he really didn't have a bad game. LeBron Bond, I know in the Big Ten championship, he went over 100 yards, and I'm pretty sure he did during the regular season. So again, this isn't about the players, right? They run the plays that the coach calls. I think it's more about the play call, and we were just wondering why you decided to change things up so much. Was it something you saw on film? Was it just, or what was it that caused you to just go way out in left field and try something like this?
You're getting on my last nerve, buddy. I don't understand why I have to play the biggest game in the college football, the biggest game. Thousands of people dream to have this job and be in this position, and I lose it, right? Reigning champ, and we lose it. Okay, I don't see why I need to get attacked for losing one game. A national championship, yes, but I still got us to that top 1, top 2. So I don't appreciate getting tacked. Now the game plan. All right. Yeah, it was different. I'll agree. Right? And here's what I noticed coming into here, knowing we played Nebraska 3 times, right? This is what I knew going into this game. They play kind of softer. They're soft. What I mean by that is they're very disciplined and they're very middled. They stay middle. I mean, we run RPOs and that just clogs up we run slants, clogs it up. They're there for screens, right? All these easy plays that should be easy to give us 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, they're taking that away. Now, not only they're taking that away, they're taking out the 10 yards in, 10 yards out. They're clogging up the middle, and I knew we were going to struggle with that. We tried to and that's another thing about Bond. We tried to look at it a different way and see like where the hole is at. Now listen, they're undefeated, right? They're 17-0.
No, they have one
They're
loss.
Oh yeah. Yep. So I mean they one loss, right? Good team, great team. I don't know any other team that has one loss. Um, and so the game plan was we just try to look at it at a different perspective. I mean, they're watching film on us during the Ohio State game, Arizona State game, Notre Dame game. They're watching all this film, and so we know it was coming, and we tried to take a different approach, and it just didn't fold out. I still would have liked to use BB more. I was just getting nervous about his health and the security of the ball. But looking back now, I would have used BB a lot more, and we would have gone from there because Notre Dame game, we were struggling. He put us on his back, and we should have gone to him more.
Last question for you, Coach. Obviously this wraps up this season. We got a new recruiting class getting ready to come in. Those kids were probably eyeing this game quite hard today. Fluff, we knew coming into the game he was the Heisman winner, the Doak Walker, the Maxwell winner, and he still was able...
You a meat rider for knowing all those. But continue.
He was still able to run the ball for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns, right? So looking at going forward into next season, you're most likely going to see Nebraska in the regular season. You'll get them again in the Big Ten tournament and probably in the playoffs at some point. Bothwell and Raiola have both been on record saying that even if they won this game, it wasn't over. They had high aspirations. They had plans of coming back. What do you guys need to do in the off season to get better to handle those guys and not go 0-3 next year?
Great question. The game plan, right? We're not just focused on Nebraska. We're focused on the whole. We got to get there first. But we want to go bigger. We want stronger. I mean, I think if you want me to flat out tell you, I think they out-toughed us. They were bigger and stronger and faster, right? We're going to go looking for guys. This recruiting class was all right. These are more developed guys. We should see an up in the overall, we're bringing in. I mean, now that we're winning, bringing in a bunch of new recruits, stronger recruits, faster recruits, and regular recruits. So I can just tell already. And with us learning we'll start the method of compacting and just being disciplined in the middle, and we'll see how they like it when we run the game plan against them.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in the off season, and I guess we'll see you back in the regular season. And
yeah, the fuck you will. Yeah, the fuck you will.
We'll see what Indiana can do in the
fuck
regular season.
Yeah, the fuck we will. I'll see your ass. I probably won't even see your ass in the championship.
I was playing as a reporter here, so no, you won't see me in the championship. I might be doing the press game or post game with you again. So I guess we'll pass
Get out of here, man.
I guess we'll pass it over to the Nebraska, the head coach of the champion Nebraska Cornhuskers, real quick. As long as you don't have anything else to say.
No, we don't. No, I don't.
you got any questions as the
Yeah.
reporter?
Okay. Coach Ellis, you saw the news articles, right? You saw that this game was a win or go home, and in your case, you might be going home. You saw some saying job security, hot seat if you're not winning this. And I just want to know the mentality going into this game. What mentality you kind of had going forward to come out with this performance?
We go into every week the same way. Go 1-0, go 1-0, go 1-0, and it was no different this week. There's always going to be rumors swirling around. I mean, we live in a social media time, so people are going to talk, and at the end of the day, I know that coming in as the 1 seed, it was expected that we were going to win this. And we showed it throughout that we were dominant our first 2 games, and came into the national championship and didn't slow down. I never once felt like the players didn't have my back or the rest of the coaching staff. So we were comfortable coming in. We had a good week of practice, and we executed our game plan perfectly. And we're national champions now. That's something that nobody can take away from these players or coaches. We cemented our legacy in Nebraska history, and we're gonna fight to be there again next year.
Excellent. Now, Coach, Fluff and Raiola, right? Bang, 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 bang. Fluff over 100 yards. He said he was going to do it. He did it. What an overachiever, right? Heisman. He's got all these other awards that I'm not going to name. But, and then if they ever stop that, right? They can't, but if they ever did, you got Raiola. And so, and they're only getting better. I mean, Raiola started his freshman year, and he's only getting better. It's so dangerous. I just want to say congrats to those guys for sticking out, thugging it out. Heard they were coming back. I mean, you guys might be a lottery pick, so I don't know. We'll see how well the coach can persuade you. But, Coach, the question is, there was not a defense that could stop Fluff throughout the season. Not this game, not the other game. The second game you played IU in the Big Ten Championship, they slowed it down a little bit. And look, it was a close game, right? They slowed down a little bit, but it was only a little bit. They just contained it. Nothing crazy. But everything else, you guys just walk all over them. So my question is, how did Fluff get to this point to where he is unstoppable and he is the number 1 college football player?
So looking at that, everybody gives Fluff all the accolades, and he's a tremendous leader, tremendous player. But at the end of the day, it's all 11 guys on the field, right? The offensive line, the tight ends, the wide receivers, they all blocked well for him. And don't take anything away from the kid. He's been phenomenal for us this year. And we brought back Johnson, who was with us last year. We brought back Ives, who was with us last year. And what we saw throughout the season was, they were sharing carries to keep Fluff, pretty energized. So when we got to the end of the game and the defense was wearing down, he was able to break away. But, just as good as Fluff is, Dylan Raiola went for 271 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game. We don't have that, and Fluff isn't going to run the way that he did. I think it's a testament to our guys. All of them hit the weight room this offseason. We saw the training pay off in a major way, and I think it really is telling last year we were on the other side of the coin when Indiana, picked up the trophy, and we had to watch them walk off with it. And it leaves you with a bitter feeling. We watched UCLA take the Big Ten championship from us. So last year, really we went 0-2 in the two biggest games that we wanted to win, and this year we had a different mentality going into it. We weren't going to let anybody stop us, and we did that from the very beginning of the season. I'll say in the Big Ten championship, Fluff did get a little tweaked. So in the second half, we were trying to preserve him to make sure that once we got to the playoffs, he was going to be okay. And we were all right if we lost that game, possibly, having to take a 2, 3, or 4 seed, knowing that, we would have Fluff for the playoffs. So, again, I think, Fluff is a tremendous player. We have high hopes that he'll be back next year in order to help us, go after this again. And, Raiola's back, and, we're going to hit the transfer portal hard, see what we can get. And, we don't rebuild, we just restock and go at it again.
I got a quick question, all right? And you got to answer this. Okay, you got to answer as fast as you can, okay? It works out perfect. Okay, so you said there's 11 men on the field, right? I'm trying to point out Fluff, Heisman winner, boom. Okay, you say there's 11 men on the field, right? What's your right guard's name?
All right, I got to get off.
Later.